Yo, what's up, casuals? I'm back, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on the absolutely huge announcement. So, Conor McGregor is going to be facing Max Holloway, July 11th, UFC 329. The most highly anticipated return of probably all time. I mean, we had the incident back in 2023 where he was supposed to fight McGregor, and we had, or not, I'm sorry, where he was supposed to, where McGregor was supposed to fight Chandler back in 2023. Then Pereira had to end up coming in and saving the card with his rematch against Yuri. But I just wanted to give my thoughts and breakdown on this. So, um, I think it's a really fun matchup first and foremost. You cannot deny that if you have any McGregor fight in a main event, you are guaranteed a fun fight. It will be entertaining. It will have some rewatch value. It's either going to be a nasty finish or it's going to be a war. But it's going to be a very fun fight, without a doubt. And I think that's I think that's a given first, but I think the really interesting part of this matchup is it's at 170, and that's completely fair. McGregor's bulked up a lot. I think he walks around like 190 now. It would be very difficult for him to make 155. He'd be only doing like an Islam type weight cut to 55. It would just be very difficult, very draining and taxing. But it being at 170 definitely makes it interesting, especially when we consider Max Holloway's last couple fights, where at featherweight he was, seemed physically strong, could keep up his size, could get up from bad positions. I mean, we saw Taporia take him down, but he got right back up, and we saw him slip, and Taporia got his back, but he was immediately scrambling, getting back up. But at lightweight, he just doesn't seem to have that same physicality, and this is going to be at 170. At lightweight, he seemed to just be physically outmatched. I mean, we saw what Oliveira did, and maybe it's just his lack of experience against those elite wrestlers, but I mean, Volkanovski's a pretty well-rounded fighter, pretty good offensive wrestling, and Volk wasn't able to hold him down, but Oliveira just every round easily took him down and just maintained top position on him. But that's not really the most interesting part about it, considering Max Holloway. I think the most interesting part is Holloway's chin, because when you think about this matchup and you think about it, maybe even like prime for prime, you think about the Holloway at featherweight where where he was before he even got dropped by Gaethje, where you just thought this guy had the most uncrackable chin, untouchable. You thought this guy is immune to damage, and you had the precision of McGregor. It felt like a little bit of an like, will Holloway's pace beat out McGregor's precision and power? Will McGregor be the first to crack his chin? But at this point, we've seen his chin get cracked. We've seen Oliveira hurt him. Poirier dropped him. Ilya finished him. Gaethje dropped him. It's the mystique around Holloway and his chin and the sense of aura that he had. It seems to have slowly been fading in recent years, where he just doesn't seem like this like immortal fighter that just is impossible to finish. And I think that's what makes this fight interesting. especially considering it's at 170 against a beefed up McGregor who, I mean, let's be real, McGregor had his nickname is notorious for a reason, and he's notorious for doing one thing, and that is hurting people. He puts damage on people. He is precise. He has some of the nastiest hands in the game. And in terms of like accuracy, he might be like when he's switched on, I don't think it's I don't think it's that hot of a take to say he's probably the most accurate and precise fighter in UFC history. It seems like whenever he's switched on, every strike he throws lands. It lands right where he wants it to land, and it does just the amount of damage he expected it to do. But then again, with this fight, it just seems like give it the 5 rounds, and you give it you give like Holloway's chin. Holloway's been getting hurt in recent times. I mean, we've seen him, but he's still got a really good chin. I mean, we've still seen Poirier land these bombs right on that spun his head around in that rematch that didn't drop him, even though he landed that right hook to the temple that did drop him. And we've seen these things that show maybe Holloway still got a great chin. He's still very durable. He's still hard to finish. But that extra muscle on McGregor that might just put a little bit more sting on his shots. That starts to worry me. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can see my picks on the side of the screen. I'm still picking Holloway because when you're out of the game for 5 years, you're even if you're sparring these cans against someone elite like Holloway, who's still in his prime. I mean, your timing just ain't gonna be the same, and Holloway's gonna be looking on point. And especially with how recently we've seen Holloway attack the body really well with digging these shots to the body, straight shots to the body. I mean, we've seen him do this, and he's gonna sap McGregor's energy quick. And when it gets to that third and fourth round, Holloway's gonna be putting it on him against the. I think Holloway's gonna have him against the fence, and Holloway's just gonna be ripping combinations on him. And who knows if Holloway bulks up right to 170 and he bulks up the right way, he might maintain that mass back down to 155, and it might help him with his physicality. He might end up this might end up helping him because if he bulks up right and he's probably going to end up going back down to lightweight, but he's going to I mean, in terms of physicality, he's going to have a probably a much better time dealing with the strength of these guys because we saw him just get out muscled by Oliveira, but if he bulks up a bit, comes back down, keeps some of that muscle, he's gonna have a better time with that. He's probably gonna be stronger, look bigger. That's if he bulks up right, though. If we get muffin top Holloway, I might end up picking McGregor last second. But as of right now, I think Holloway's gonna probably struggle in the first round, probably drop the first round, struggle in the first half of the second, but towards the end of the second and probably in the third or fourth round, he's going to be putting it on McGregor and he's going to finish him. Because, I mean, you can't just sit here and say that McGregor's the same guy as he was before because he's not. How old is McGregor now? He's what, 37? 30, yeah, 37. By the time of the fight, he's going to be just about 38. And at that age, he's going to have waned in skill somewhat. I just think that at that age, that amount of time off, and we know he's been on roids. But if he's coming off roids, being clean, he might look a little bit sluggish. He's probably gonna look slower. He's probably not gonna look as sharp, and he's probably gonna tire a lot quicker than usual. So I mean, I think for those reasons, I'm gonna pick Max Holloway. But let's just look through the rest of the card. So sorry, I feel bad. I was talking to someone. I feel bad. Um, First of all, it's a fucking great card. I have a big gripe. Uh, Gable Steveson, why the fuck are you on the main card? Let's get your ass on the prelims, Buster. Robert Whitaker, Nikita Krylov, hey, welcome to the main card. That's what I would do. But let's just go through it one by one. Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint Denis. I'm picking Benoit, but man, this is a sick fight. Like this is, to be honest, it wasn't what I thought they were gonna make. I thought if they were gonna make anything, it was gonna be. I thought they were probably gonna make what Benoit versus Oliveira, honestly, because I don't think they're gonna give probably a bit, Oliveira a rematch this quickly. So I thought if he goes out there and he beats Benoit, then yeah, maybe they give Oliveira the rematch, or maybe Benoit versus Armin. I thought that Benoit versus Armin was more likely, but Paddy, I thought they were gonna give Paddy like Gamrot, someone a little bit less dangerous that he could, probably show off his submission and grappling to just maybe get him back in the win column with a good win. But this is a good fight, and I don't think it's a. I don't. I'm picking Benoit, but I don't think it's completely unwinnable for Paddy. I think he's a real good shot here. I think this is probably a 50-50 fight. I mean, we've seen Benoit. He can get caught in guillotines. Dan Hooker was threatening him with that a lot. He was getting hurt to the body with kicks by Dan Hooker. And Paddy's got some decent kicks, and we know his grappling is nasty. So I think this is a great fight. And I mean, you're gonna have Paddy Pimblett on a pay-per-view with Conor McGregor. It's a sick fight. It is a really good fight, and it's a really good way to push one of these guys into superstardom as the co-main event to a McGregor card. Absolutely sick fight. But I think Benoit is kind of just gonna batter him up against the cage, and I think he's gonna take Paddy down, and when he gets on top, he's just gonna like smother him. He's just gonna smother him. He's just gonna do a lot of damage. Paddy's gonna be real uncomfortable. Probably go for some bad get ups and put himself in some compromising positions, and Benoit's gonna find a finish. That's what I think. But I think Paddy could win this. Benoit's sluggish on the feet, way more so. I think technically he's more sound than Paddy, but that doesn't mean anything when Paddy literally is like twice as fast as him and could easily catch him. I mean, Paddy Pimble was catching Gaethje with some good shots, some nasty uppercuts. He could probably catch Benoit. He could probably maybe he just pieces Benoit the fuck up and he just beats the shit out of Benoit. But we don't know. We have to see those improvements, especially when you see Paddy Pimble getting rocked by some fucking random dudes in the gym that he's meant to be beating up, like Marines or like soldiers or some shit that are just like fucking clipping you hard on the chin. Like, come on, brother. We can be doing better than that. But that's just my take. But I think Benoit. We have Sandhagen Batista. You know, I think I see a lot of people picking Batista in this fight. I think I'm still gonna go with Sandhagen. I think Sandhagen is still good, still dynamic, and I think even since their first fight, Sandhagen, people are talking about the improvement of Mario Batista from their first fight, which I think is a notable factor because Mario Batista has improved dramatically. I mean, he is so significantly better than when they first fought. It's it's crazy. But I think a point that people forget is Sandhagen recently has probably reached his peak. Mario Batista still has room for improvement, but from their first fight, Corey Sandhagen has also improved. And I think there's going to be those moments where when they start, on the feet, oh my God, I'm just blanking so hard. I just think Corey Sandhagen's going to be able to pick at him at range and find the shots easier. And with his grappling, I think he's definitely going to be able to put Mario Batista in some compromising positions because I do think he's a more effective grappler than Mario Batista. I mean, if you look at their performances against Umar, Mario Batista was getting taken down, controlled pretty easily, getting his back taken, mounted. Despite he was scrambling hard and he was working hard, and he was able to get back up. But Corey Sandhagen was stuffing a lot of takedowns at the start, and he was easily getting back up in these positions. Uh, I mean, besides the fifth round where you saw him like actually try and go for it, where he wasn't focused on stuffing the takedowns, he ended up getting taken down and controlled, but he was able to stuff these takedowns a lot easier than Mario Batista, and I think his grappling is going to really show in this fight. And I mean, we've seen against Figgy. Against Figgy, he caught on top. He started beating the shit out of Figgy, and he was able. Figgy, got incredible jiu-jitsu. We saw he was able to just out scramble him, and he was able to put Figgy in such a bad position. He blew Figgy's knee out. He blew Figgy's knee out. That's no easy feat. So I think I'm still gonna pick Corey Sandhagen in this fight. Gable Steveson. I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about this last. Brandon Royval, Loner Kavanaugh. Great fight. Sick fight. Sick fight. I mean, Kavanaugh, who is a just phenom at flyweight. I mean, he went out there on literally like 2 weeks' notice and he beat Brandon Moreno in Mexico at elevation. That is not any easy task. That's no easy task. You don't just do that. And Royval has the range and the style and the pace and the output to really give Loner Kavanaugh problems. And we've seen Loner Kavanaugh slow down and he'll pace himself differently, but he seems to have worked on his cardio issue a bit. He seems to be much better with it. I mean, 5 rounds at elevation, that's no easy task, especially on short notice. So he has to have improved it somewhat. I mean, this is a real interesting matchup. I'm leaning Kavanaugh right now just because he's fast, powerful, and he's got nasty leg kicks. He chewed up Brandon Moreno's leg. So I'm leaning Kavanaugh right now, but I could really see Brandon Royval, just putting a pressure and pace on him and really getting those second and third rounds and winning a good decision. But it's it's a close fight. I think it's probably the second highest level fight on the card, at least skill wise. But then, man, look at these prelims. We got the return of Penis. We all love Damian Penis. He's gonna unload shots all over Cesar Almeida's face. Damian Penis is just gonna unload over Cesar Almeida. We got fucking Ryan Gander and Zach Reese. I mean, this is a good fight. Like if you put this on an Apex and I saw this, I'd be like, hey, that's pretty good. That's a pretty fun fight. Hey, that's pretty good. But I'm like, why the fuck is this on a McGregor card? Now Penis, this guy. This guy needs to be on a McGregor card. This is big for him. But fucking Ryan Gander and Zach Reese, isn't Ryan Gander like a look at this guy? See this guy's belly? You kidding me? This guy's 31. It's like a Damian Penis. Does it show his full? I mean, come on. We see the shoulders. We see the age. This guy's got huge potential in the UFC. I mean, this guy, come on. Come on. Then we have Cody Durden, Ode Osborne. Get this actually off the fucking card. Like, genuinely, get this shit off the fucking card. This is so fucking stupid. Actually, just such a stupid fight. Fucking what? 7-6 in the UFC, Cody Durden. 7-8. Oh my fucking god. What is Ode Osborne in the UFC? 5-7. Oh my fucking god. Get this fight off the fucking card, please, for the love of God. This is the type of fight where you see Cody Durden get like flatlined. But dude, get this fight off the fucking card, please. No one's gonna give a shit about it. It's got no one interesting coming up for people to look out for. Just get it off the card. Yanez versus Garbrandt. Really good fight. Yanez should be 7-3. He won that fight against Ricky Simone, and he looked great. I think he's gonna slam out Garbrandt, but Garbrandt, he's got the past with McGregor. He's got the personality. He's a champion. People know Garbrandt. People know Cody Garbrandt. So this is a big fight. Yanez, up and comer, still got huge potential. You know. He's great potential. We got Luke Riley, Kai Kamaka. Kai Kamaka, tricky customer. His last fight, he looked pretty okay, but you know he had some tough moments. Luke Riley, great prospect, has a lot of potential to go far. This is a tricky fight for him. This is not an easy fight. Kai Kamaka is a great opponent. Robert Whitaker, Nikita Krylov. First of all, this should be the the light heavyweight debut of Robert Whitaker, a former champion, a a fan favorite below this fucking piece of shit. I hate Gable Steveson. I'll get to that in a minute, but this should be on the main card. Great fight, sick fight though. Nikita Krylov is not. He's still a top 15 light heavyweight in the world. He's still a great fighter, despite the weird fight with Modestas. Even though he won and got the finish, it was still it was just weird, a little boring. Uh, Tracy Cortez, Wang Kong. The return of Wang Kong, the Joker, the Jonkler, back at it again. We love the Jonkler. We love Kong Wang. We love her. She's the GOAT. Tracy Cortez. She's getting flatlined. Fuck Tracy Cortez. We are rooting for Kong Wang. This is big. This is actually big for women's MMA, especially if Kong Wang can get a good finish here, like in her debut. She can really make a statement, and she can really kind of help women's flyweight out and put them on the map a little, because she is a fun fighter, and she is probably the she is an exciting women's fighter to watch. But let me circle back to Gable Stevens, Elijah Ellison. First of all, this shouldn't be on the fucking main card, especially not above Kavanaugh Royval. That's bullshit. Elijah Ellison is literally called the Snack Panther, this fat motherfucker. He is literally just a Brando Pericic victim. Since then, Brando Pericic has, broken to the top 15. Fair enough. Tough opponent. Why the fuck is Gable Steveson getting? I mean, we could have given him at least someone a little better, like a Thomas Peterson. Give him like a Thomas Peterson at least for his debut. But the matchup isn't the problem for me. The problem for me is that they're pushing him like Bo Nickel. I get it. The dude's we've seen the dude. He's fast. He's athletic. He's powerful. He's gotten knockouts. I mean, we've seen him. He's got elite wrestling like no other. Literally, he is an Olympic world champion, Olympic gold medalist in his prime. His athleticism cannot be understated. What else I don't like about him? This guy literally got convicted of fucking sexual assault. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? He was never even proven innocent. His case was just dismissed. for no reason. Are we just ignoring that this guy is just a fucking piece of shit? Hangs out with John Jones. I look at John Jones like a mentor. Really? You look at the guy who fucking beats his wife as like a mentor? Man. Sorry, I just hate Gable season. I just had to mention that day in the video. But overall, excited for this card. It looks fucking fantastic. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.